Business-wise, things have actually been fantastic. For us, at the middle of the year when we did the last report for the board, we were 30% up on last year, which is fantastic. We were very pleased with that. And obviously looking to go further in the second half of the year, which is usually the big push anyway. In this market, it's always been that way. With regards to the regulatory side of things, has that impacted things? I think it probably has, because I think it's just the frustration of not quite knowing yet and still waiting for that final piece of the jigsaw. Everyone keeps saying that, and everyone is at that point, because I know we've got the business plan ready to go whenever that regulation comes out, and I'm sure all of our competitors are in the same place as well, and we're all in the same boat, just waiting, playing a waiting game really, just to get the final pieces. Yeah, as I said, this year's been fantastic. So we've had good growth this year already, and to help support that, we've just brought on board 2 new guys to help work with our brokers and the banks and the family offices even more. They'll be looking after and focusing more on Africa. The expat brokers here in the Middle East for one of the chaps who's come over from one of our competitors, so very pleased with that, and he's settled in very, very well, Ian Mellows. And we've got Nigel, who's joined. He's a chap from Mumbai but been in Dubai 15 years now, very experienced in financial services, and he'll be helping to focus on that NRI segment of the market, and also India, and the offshore money coming out of India nowadays, via the allowances that are allowed to send offshore and get it into a hard currency. Those sort of opportunities are there, and it's really now putting the building blocks in place now for this last few months of the year, to then really get kicking on in January for next year into 2019. So that's what we're doing staff-wise. We're also looking at some new office space as well, obviously, to support that. The office is getting a bit full. We need to get a bit more space to be able to then help provide some more support staff next year for the team as well. So that's being looked at as well. So that's just from an office point of view, that's what we're doing. From a business point of view, well, I think we spoke earlier, or end of last year, about some of the things we were developing for this year, and we've launched all of those pretty much now. So we've got new products, we've got new funds, we've got some other new stuff coming in the next couple of months. But that's not the end of it. There's more stuff for next year, and we're going to be rolling out some other new exciting offerings next year as well. So yeah, still lots to do, still lots of opportunities out there for us, I think, with the way that we do things, which is different to a lot of the other guys. So I think we're breaking into some new markets that others aren't able to. What makes us stand out and special? Probably, the way I've always described it is we are a 21st century insurance company doing savings investments. We provide 21st century solutions, so they're modern, some of them are unique with guarantees that others don't offer, and then there's 21st century service as well, because you have to be able to provide all of that. And underlying all of that is a 21st century IT system. We are a 21st century company, so we're very lucky when we first set up to be able to create a brand new system that enables us to do straight through processing for all of the applications. A lot of the servicing is done straight through by the client or the broker. So it's very light touch, very swift and very simple to do. And I think those are the things that just make you stand out. If we can provide a good product at great value, and the service that backs that up is quick, simple and easy to use, that's what people expect nowadays. They're, paper-based systems which are long, tedious, have errors. It's the way of the past, really, and I think for us, we're very fortunate to have got ahead of the game with our systems being in place already. I think it's been quite a mixed year for the IFAs, and it depends on two things. One, what their business model looks like, and also their target market, shall we say. Now, from the official stats that the population this year is 3.1 million, and last year it was 2.9 million. So there's 200,000 more people here. On average, 70% of those are going to be sort of working, the population, 20% middle class, 10% high net worth. And that's where, obviously, most of our brokers and bankers are working in that sort of upper space there. So those people are still here, they're still coming in, this population's still growing. And obviously the Dubai government is doing things like the retirement visa and things like that to keep boosting that. So the next few, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years, they'll carry on doing those sorts of boosts to make sure that they have a vibrant economy. It's a very controlled economy here. They can do that to try and help make sure these things happen. So you can see that population growth, you can see the government supporting that to try and make sure there is demand there. But what we have seen is a different type of client coming in. It's not as large a typical expat, Western expat population coming in from Europe or UK or Australia or US or whatever. It's very much changed, I think. There's a lot more Asians, a lot more Africans, a lot more local Middle Eastern markets, should we say, as well, coming here and using Dubai as their hub to then trip into other markets around the region. Those clients have a different dynamic, a different set of demands that they're looking for, and probably also want to deal with people like themselves. So if you've got a big Russian population here, there should probably be some Russian brokers here. Same for some of the Japanese, Chinese, etc. So I think that's something that's going to be a challenge for the brokers here. For us that's great because we do everything in multiple languages. So for us it's actually a fantastic opportunity. But I think it is also that for the brokers as well. And we've already noticed a number of Spanish and Portuguese speaking brokers here that we work with already because we do everything in their language and their clients like to do it in their own language as well. So again, just another unique thing that we do that just helps you break into that new segment.